Hi everyone, welcome. It's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have Divine Masculine, Twin Flame read, and we'll see about the 12 cards today. I've been putting out a lot of energy, so we'll see if I have enough energy to do the 12 signs today. But getting right into the Divine Masculine Twin Flame read, it is September 5th today, 2019. The 5 is all about the Hierophant and the change, expansion, freedom energy, but that can also be conflict and competition. The day adds up to the 26th, which is an 8. 26 is also the Page of Wands. So the 8 has to do with inner and outer strength, manifesting on a high level, dreams, but also the Page of Wands of that excitable boy, inspired to go out into the world and make things happen, be in a physical way though. It is Thursday. So we have a 5 and an 8. And actually 5 and 8 together, or the combination of numbers, are considered greased lightning in the numerology book, the Divine Triangle. So kind of like greased lightning from Greece. So that kind of energy. The Hierophant and the Page of Wands. What the establishment and the young can do together. So I woke up at 8:50 this morning. So 50 and 30 and 03, they were reflecting themselves. So I woke up at 7:50. The read was done at 8:50. The other two times I wrote down was 8:03 and then 8:30. So the 30 and the 50 are significant here, as well as the day being a 5. And the major arcana for the masculines today were Alchemy, which is like Temperance, the Hanging Man, like the Hanged Man, Ascension is the World, Star, and then the Abundance card, or the Empress card in this deck. It is the Sirian Starseed deck is the main deck. We also have the Rider-Waite as clarifiers, the mini one. Then I have the Universal Golden Tarot and the Gilded Tarot, and then the Romance Angels, the Tarot Sexual Magic, and the Numerology deck are all there on the table for you. As well as I pulled from my Kipper deck today too to clarify some of the characters here for you guys, which is always fun for me. I like playing with the Kipper deck. Then we have 1 cup, 3 swords, and 2 wands. There were no pentacles here when I pulled the read today. The characters here are the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands. I was just losing my voice as I said the Page of Swords, and it is reversed here. The Queen of Wands, and then after the read was the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, which is shaman energy in the Sirian Starseed deck. The numbers in the code line were all about adventure, forgiveness, and taking a time out. And this was a really cool messages for you guys. The numbers here were, on the code line was 6, 2, and 8. And the cards in the read were 2, 4, 6, and 8 before I got to the 5. So it would have been like 2, 4, 6, and then 8. But we have the 5 added there too. The space between, which is the 5, very significant today. That expansion energy, freedom. And we also had 22, 66, the number 2, 4, 5, 6, that sequence, as well as 4, 5, 6, 7, 132, 24, which is the Queen of Wands, 66 is the Queen of Pentacles, which are both in the read today. 22 is the Fool, 67 is the Knight of Pentacles, and then 26, which is the day today, the Page of Wands. So all those characters today. Any other numbers? Nope. So about adventure, forgiveness, and time out. The message here was, initially it was a little hard for me to piece together, but it was I like those because they're more of a challenge. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together, depending on what level you're comfortable at. So about, like I said, adventure, forgiveness, and time out. Alchemy was definitely here, but whenever I get alchemy, I also get alcoholism and those kind of issues come up. So that's there. Also, atheists came up, as well as the foe, or the enemy, or the false. But in relation to the whole message, it was very beautiful. Southeast also came up, as well as Route 60, the Lovers, Sophia 9, the Feminine Collective Consciousness, Peace and the Flow of Peace. 85th Street, also 13th Street came up. And folk, like F-O-L-K, a folk enemy, which was kind of a strange phrase for me. But most importantly here was the end of the code line. Whatever's coming up here had to do with clearing for a 2-week adventure. Also the Southeast France was coming up, as well as Virginia is for lovers. the atheist came up, but also a test, a Thoth test about discernment and who is your foe and who is, who resonates with you. And being patient to clear a 2-week adventure, or somebody's too weak to adventure. So it's one or the other. Someone's either too weak to adventure, or you're planning for a 2-week adventure. And the southeast of France, like I said, and Virginia is for lovers came up. And dealing with an atheist may be a test for you, or you may be the atheist. But there's a test either way having to do with discerning, being authentic to you. Let's see here. What else was coming up here? Also, to see lovers' humanity, divine masculines, with the Thoth test. And Thoth is all about science and medicine kind of pursuits. I often see him as being at the podium, being the character who's, pacing back and forth, but very much a character talking about scientific things. But to see the lover's humanity and a Thoth test for alchemizing, clearing, 2-week adventure for a time out. So that was really nice. So I just want to see if there was anything else that was significant here. Yeah, 85th Street and 13th Street came up. It could have to do with being sweet as well, a sweet enemy. So be careful, because just because they're sweet doesn't mean they're your friend. SE60 was coming up too. I put that in the system just to see what came up. And the 2019 Volvo S60 came up, and the design was with attitude. So with attitude may be significant here, as well as XL Airway France came up. So this was the second time that France came up, as well as that was Southeast number 60, flightaware.com. And then SEA60E came up, which is 2019 PRSguitars.com. Alvin, so Alvin and the Chipmunks came up immediately for me there. And that could have to do with music and guitars. But also the 60-inch graduated cutting straight edge SE60, and then Amazon.com also came up. A yard tough drum spike aerator came up, which was 60-inch W model number SE-60. And then Shoemaker came up, which is interesting because my elementary school, which no longer exists, was called Shoemaker. MC-1 battery charger came up there. Also a hiking stick and an anti-aircraft gun, 57 millimeter AZPS-60, 1946 came up. And also Dodge 0 to 6 times. So it had to do with, or 0 to 60, had to do with Dodge cars and their speed, their 0 to 60 records. And then the history of alchemy came up, OSTANES, with an accent over the A. Trams Antiques came up, again, Amazon. Robert M. Place, Tara.com. And the Restored Temple of Hermes, and I guess that was a deck of theirs. I wasn't sure, I just wrote down the headers. My Sister in Real Life, so someone's sister they need to talk about. Or Pure Alchemy Organic Salon came up, which is a business. Brenda E. Marisa, so it was in French, I believe. Brenda Y. Marissa. I forgot to look this up. Something about the passion. ENVUELTAS. And I'm not picking up on what it means, but EN La Passion, okay? And that's on YouTube. So if you put in that name, I'm sure it would come up. MSN came up. W, the World Shopping for Ladies, came up. Also significant with pink flowers in that name. The name came up with pink flowers in the letters, and pink flowers in a girl's hair was coming up yesterday in my reads. That was significant. And then that was it. So let's get right into the reads. 6 of Cups was the underlying energy there. The underlying cards here, we had the 7 of Flames, 6 of Flames, and then the solar deity, which is the sun, and then the 6 of Cups on top there, just so you're aware. And this was perfect coming up today because my friend's coming in to visit me today. Someone, she was my first roommate in college, the most amazing person in the world. 7 of Wands reversed, 6 of Wands upright, and then the sun was reversed here as well under the 6 of Cups upright. So happy memories with this in this cup, or in this cup. In this deck, the Sirian Starseed deck, it's just 2 children hugging. It's a beautiful card, and you'll see it when I show you the cards. But happy memories, childhood friends, siblings, children, or twins, the purity of defenselessness, positive attention, but not sunny out today. Maybe people feeling a little bit sick or drained. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, water signs, and then Pisces came up here. Near death or clinging to heartbreak or separation. 2, not wanting to part and just hugging it out. Maybe making up in sports, at school, especially first week at school. The Queen of Cups, patient after conflict or a competition is over. With the Page of Cups reversed, which could be a child, a lost love, just rejection or vulnerability, emotional immaturity, a baby, babying or being a baby, and whining. It's like someone lost their best friend or sees their long-lost friend from childhood, going back to happier times when you were young and single and you had the world at your fingertips and no need to know. You didn't care. You know, it was just, you trusted the world. Or back to when you were happy because of the sealed divine feminine, divine masculines, when they were in their knowing, but you thought they were blind, especially to align with you. The King of Wands checks in on the Knight of Wands. The King of Wands checks in on the Knight of Wands' progress after falling off the horse. So whatever it was, somebody failed something and needed to get back up on it. Holding back feelings, energy, delays, a quick break, but then try it again and again. Don't give up. First walk, then trot before you run or canter. Bow down or propose. Or before you just pose. And then I was getting Vogue. So 9, definitely girls are cracking me up. I'm thinking of young girls doing this. 939 is the Hermit and the Knight of Cups. So being wise and within, could be an old man as well, but just being love to everyone. So 943, we turn the page. 43 is the Three of Cups of coming together. Egypt comes up as well as the 3 pyramids. The English patient, the view from above, a view to a kill. Assassination was coming up here. Little lizard, and that could just be a wound to clear as well. So some of you may have been assassins in prior lives. Little lizard on platform, so something may need to be firmer. Little lizard on platform, learning skills, careful not to get stepped on, big shoes to fill. Corset or brace on right calf or shin splints, always with collared shirt and tie on hand. Laces, pull string, learning how to tie things up. Close up the joint or business. So there's a couple different things, and I was just getting like, Cub Scouts or Girl Scouts, learning these different things, how to survive in the woods, but also just how to, someone replacing someone at work, or a new person at work, learning the skills and learning how to wrap things up quickly without taking too much time, or how to close up the place or close up the business. Implementing a plan to let go of control issues for the masculine, and underneath that was engagement, moving a relationship to the next level. So leveling up. No option and premature growth, or opened or closed a business prematurely. Frustration with others at work, or it's the work itself, or the place or location, but feeling there are no other options. Putting money into revamping with a new look, or structure of business, or how to invest next, what new project or investment to make, or just leave or retire altogether. In leveling up, let go of control, divine masculine. Allow to flow smoothly. And then I heard something at the door, so my door moved a little bit when there maybe is. I have the main door open, just the screen door closed, which is actually a glass door, not a screen. But something bumped into the door gently, but it happened twice, so they didn't just bump into it and leave. They were doing something at the front door right when I said that. So for the masculines, allow to flow smoothly. And then I was questioning, is there a little animal at the door? That was at 9:52, the Hermit and the Queen of Swords. So beast with their butt sticking out, or a Leo that's weak. Taurus, strong like bull. Taking someone's temperature, taking care of sick Leo perhaps, or wrestling a cold, or something else, a borer perhaps. And Libra, Leo, Taurus, and on a more minor scale, Virgo is all in this clump here. Possibly some delirium, synchronicities in heaven in their eyes, seeing angels or spirited emotions, lots of options, or can't decide on which one to pick. The Knight of Pentacles offers a healthy choice, and Justice rings, or Libra comes home, or provides 2 spoons of medicine, or fruit and sweetness. The Knight of Pentacles picks the right fruit, or dose, and serves them with lots of little kisses and love. Kissing patient, or mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, by lilies, or a field, or child health issue at school and parents rushing in with a cure, or whatever they've forgotten at home. Leo, Taurus, Libra, Virgos here, like I said, matching bent knee to bent wrist, hand, and finger, something sprained or broken, 90-degree angles, square tests, and that could be astrologically as well. Cuffs, like putting blood pressure cuffs on. Blood pressure taken to make sure all is okay. Or somebody hurt their hiney, or fell off the horse again, brushing it off. Or justice returns to work due to injury perhaps, with horse, maybe bull riding or trying to tame a boar, a Leo or a Taurus. Someone slow as a turtle in the morning, to eat breakfast, say prayers, and then get off to school. Don't forget your fruit, or a healthy dose, or food at school. Or someone left their box turtle, and I had a box turtle Jessie when I was young. They left him in the bathroom with food and lit candles on the floor, a book too, and possibly fell asleep in the bathtub with all these things on. Someone throwing away the book in a passionate embrace hidden from view, which could be coach to student, doctor to patient, or just being patient with all. And that was at 10:10. And it reminded me of something that I don't think of much, but I did gymnastics when I was young, and I used to go to the gymnastics camp where the Parkettes used to work out in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I think I was 14 this year. It was probably the last year I went. I might have gone when I was 15. I don't remember. But was it that year I got injured? Well, there was 2 things about gymnastics camp that was really fun. The one year where I got injured because I had tendonitis in my heel, and I did a back when we were tumbling, because they don't believe you. You know, when you're a gymnast, they never believe you when you're injured because everybody's always whining about their aches and pains. But I had tendonitis in my heel, and they didn't believe me. So then I was tumbling, and I did a back, and this coach over-rotated me, so I landed on my heel, and oh my God, it was like a knife going up through my whole body from my heel, and I just screamed. So they believed me after that and put me out with a bucket of ice, and I got to ride him back and forth to the dorms with the cute coach, or what was he? I guess he was coaching there too, but he was the one who do part of the show as well. But there was also another coach who, when I was leaving for the summer, because you could go a week, I think I only went a week, but when I was leaving and my parents had picked me up to go home, my parents were in the car, and I went to get in the car, and one of my coaches, I think it was my bar coach at camp, rushed over to give me a kiss goodbye before I got into the car, but so my parents couldn't see. So some of that kind of stuff is coming up here, because like teacher, student, patient, doctor, just those kind of relationships. Obviously, a teacher shouldn't be kissing a 14-year-old, but being the 14-year-old at the time, I didn't think anything of it, and I never felt there was any sort of abuse or neglect there. And obviously I was 14. I thought it was pretty cool, actually. But anyway, just so you get both sides of the perspective here, that kind of energy is coming up. So it's not necessarily negative. It's just coming up. Could be just someone who has affection for someone who just really likes them. Where are you here? But also, I guess it's coming up for parents to be aware that, of course, those things happen at camps, and especially with kids working out in sports very closely with their coaches, especially in something like gymnastics. So let's see, the corset or the brace on the right calf. Did I get through all that? And the shin splints, always a collared shirt. Yeah, I have all that stuff on hand. So the Knight of Pentacles offers a healthy choice, and Justice rings, or Libra, comes home and provides 2 spoons of medicine and fruit and sweetness. And then we were talking about the injuries. So somebody might have been injured at school. Don't forget your fruit or a healthy dose of food at school. Or someone left their box turtle, Jessie. That's what I was talking about. I didn't even get to that. I did have a box turtle. My brothers found on the road, on the side of the road, and brought Jessie home. And so, of course, he became mine, and he only lasted for about 2 weeks. So, of course, I was very sad because I wasn't expecting him to die. But he had a cut on his leg. We were trying to recover him from. But definitely someone throwing away the book in a passionate embrace hidden from view. Coach, student, doctor, patient, or just being patient with everything. And this was at 10-10, like I said. Not really. Oh, not really. Also, not really happy with what kids have on to go to school. So it has to do with what kids want to, what clothes they want to wear and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate is also another thing coming up here. So patients, it looks like patents. So patents might be coming up here as well. But parents trying to control everything the children do. So pride comes up here as number 19, which is the sun, the masculine energy. And then health is beneath that. Number 71 is the 3 of Pentacles, which is like co-creation, the workplace. So it's about co-creating together with parent and child a healthy environment in order for them to shine with pride. After working on health, which has to do with the orange color here, all of the numerology colors today were like the greens to the blues to the purples. So all from the heart, the throat, third eye, and the crown. However, the underlying energy was purple too, but the card beneath that was orange. So it's like the masculine was just working on their health, especially if their sacral chakra. So it could have been sexual health needed to be worked on, and creative health as well. But now is all the purples and blues and greens. Now focusing on the heart, throat, crown chakras, starting over again at the new moon, this past one that just passed, or no more deception, no longer settling in love with women or moody ones anyway. And then Cancer reverse came up there. Sneakiness and half-truths, sneaking out at night or when grounded, so definitely with kids doing that, or it could be an adult doing it as well, leaving behind evidence like the Old West saloon and bar fights, leaving behind a few breadcrumbs like saying, and don't you forget it. Letting go of what he can't control and surrendering to what he can't win, the masculine, whether it's fair or not. You just can't go on like this. Justice is to be happy. Someone jumped from a plane or got pushed out. Obviously not pushed out, but maybe they needed a little coaching out the door. Or someone's being a royal pain in the ass. Streaming, fleur-de-lis, lilies, and French things. But I got it all for a steal, right? So someone's a shopaholic. Or more silk curtains or fabrics. Purple and green, or that focus of heart and third eye, and the Christ consciousness of the gold, fleur-de-lis. Questioning what's cheating, religiously, in marriage, at work, at school, and on a test. Everything falling in the fall. Colors darker, more earthy. Snake in the grass gets stung by their own laser or stinger, poker, stick, or rod. Inflamed STD. School games, immaturity, getting schooled. Doesn't feel cool. Humbling, humble pie. A Fonzie moment. Must say you were wrong. And apologize. No reason or rhyme for the crime. They just felt like it. The harsh truth between children and adults. Immature little people don't take others into consideration. When they do, it feels good to them. Bullies bully until they are humbled or learn their lesson and go to jail. Victims are victims until they stand up for themselves or leave the situation or surrender to the purpose of the experience. Jail time within or jail time without. Both chose jail time. Surrender to the child in you, the authentic loving one that holds back expressing all their feelings because you take others into consideration, yet always being truthful. And Spirit's connecting with me. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all unless it's your truth and must be spoken to free yourself from that jail. Do right by yourself first and others, and you may have early release on your own recognizance. And that was at 10:34. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands, which is that passionate expression of feelings back and forth. Should be in a good way, but that can also be a heated debate or a fight. So the children, unhappy at school because of changes, and nobody likes the changes, so the first week of school is always difficult. Unhappy at school with the changes, changing and face the strain, okay? So face it all. Stretch before school. Stretch literally, you're with your muscles. Allow kids to resolve their own issues. Guide them, but intervene only when unable to handle the situation. Allow them to overcome their own inner battles. Allow them to find justice or happiness on their own. That allows them to feel pride in themselves, that you can do it. These are the lessons we learn, to never give up. It's only about the journey, not the degree or the amount of money or the status. It's always about love, peace, joy, the pursuit of happiness. So before I go into recently, I'm going to tell you the signs and what direction they are, as well as the court cards, and then I'll show you the cards. So Taurus was upright, Capricorn reversed, Libra upright, Cancer upright, Scorpio upright. Scorpio was upright and reversed. Aries was reversed, Virgo reversed, Aquarius upright and reversed, Pisces upright and reversed, Leo reversed, Gemini reversed, and Sagittarius upright. The Knight of Wands, the lower arcana of Sagittarius, was reversed, so there might be a little bit of negativity there, but Sagittarius was upright. The Aces, only the Ace of Cups was upright. Of the Kings, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles were upright. All the Queens were upright except the Queen of Swords. No Knights were upright except the Knight of Pentacles. And all the pages were reversed. So you're dealing with a lot of little kids who are unhappy today. I feel sorry for you. All the pages are reversed and all the Knights except the Knight of Pentacles, the good student. The 10s were all upright. The 9s were all upright except the 9 of Pentacles. So someone's feeling drained or financially drained, spending money to make themselves feel better, which is that shopaholic that came up. And then the 5s, the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles were upright. So the grief and the feeling abandoned, left out of the group. So that's definitely kids trying to find their way. They're different groups or cliques at school. Okay, so let's show you the cards on the table. So there's that 6 of Cups. I'll show you the card there. They're so cute. Okay, so that's the underlying energy of the 6 of Cups here. Recent past is 5 of Orbs, but that's reversed today, the 5 of Swords. Hanging Man is in the foundation there. The central card is the 4 of Orbs, or 4 of Swords. Challenge being Alchemy, which is Temperance. Underlying energy up here, as well as the crowning card, which is that Page of Swords, which is reversed energy. So nasty kids or just moody kids, or a negative message. Could be a lot of different things. Could be spying, all that kind of stuff. Then we scroll across here and go to, oh, I left those cards covering. Maybe you see the Queen of Wands is over here. And I left these cards were clarifying the Queen of Wands. And it was coming up as main female false person to a wealthy man. So that could definitely be karmic energy. It doesn't have to be, though. You can take it as it comes to you. Then the masculine seeing himself as the world with all those romance angel cards around it. So I'm going to take these off for you now since you've seen these guys. So you can see the romance angel cards. Okay. Around the masculine or how he's seen is the star card. That was reversed energy. Then we have the blocks he needs to clear is the 2 flames, the 2 of Wands, also reversed today. And we end up on the Empress, which is upright today. The Queen of Pentacles upright and the King of Wands upright, and then the 2 of Swords, which is reversed. So clarity of mind there. And we end up on the World, which is really nice today because that's completion. I put out some cards to clarify the other people, so I'm going to show you those cards. One sec. All right. So, yeah. So first I clarified, these cards were for the Empress here at the end here. Both of these rows have to do with the Empress. Okay, and I didn't write down much about this stuff, so I can go into that afterwards. And then the Page of Swords was even more. This is the Page of Swords. All this stuff. So there's a lot going on with that Page of Swords. It wasn't just some simple little thing. So I'll take a look at that when I'm done to read to see what else is coming up with that. But let's see here. So those 3 cards on the Queen of Wands were these. I don't think it was this order, but I forget which order they were in. But anyway, the wealthy man, it was coming up this card first. I think it was like this. So the main female, the false person, and then the wealthy man. Okay? All right. And this was the underlying energy when we were done, was the man thinking about somebody. A female. All right, so recently with the 5 of Swords, ending the war, apologizing perhaps, laying down swords about synchronicities and options, radiation, orchestration, triggered insecurities and manipulation of an emperor reversed, out of control, abuse of power, or just humble pie, or ego death. It could have been an emperor could have passed away as well. I was definitely getting that towards the end of the read as well. So either an emperor, the emperor could be anyone. It could be a father, father-in-law, boss, uncle, whatever it is, grandparent, but also could be someone who passed. It can be the divine masculine. It's either one or the other. Not everyone had someone who died, but it's either the emperor. It looks more like it's the emperor. It could be an empress for somebody else as well. One or the other, a grandparent or older person may have passed away, but this happened already. So Aries, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces were coming up right here. And when I said orchestration triggered, I got a flickering of the light there. So with the laying down of the swords about synchronicities and the options the divine masculine might have, or radiation, orchestration came up. So somebody orchestrating something triggered their insecurities. And maybe that's what made them manipulative, because when we get insecure, we become manipulative. Of the emperor reversed, out of control, abusive power, or just humble pie and experienced ego death. Defenseless to union, synchronicities, heaven in their eyes, needing to take a gamble on love, take a chance, a risk, a change. Not liking feeling out of control of things. It was just too much, unable to handle. A parent stepping in with a need of help. When child or adult refuses to ask for help due to pride, the universe supplies humble pride. The foundation here, and that's a 1051, which is the King of Swords. King of Swords is coming up reversed here today. The foundation is the Hanging Man with ego, overworking, malaligned, or it's just not working. Gossip, overindulgences, crossing the line, third parties, defenselessness, over emotional, or detached completely. Manipulative, in need of surrender, awakening, a good idea, or a good humbling. Capricorn and water signs, which are coming up right there. Centrally is the 4 of Swords reversed, unable to sleep well or rising above or done resting. The Queen of Pentacles receives a lashing or is holding their tongue so they don't get one. Announcement may have been held off to be more present, to offer love out of the silence, out of a secret passion, or that secret is out now, or someone at home not using their intuition, not being or lying outright when offering love to their abuser. So they're either not being in their authentic self, they're not lying to themselves, or they're lying outright when offering love to their abuser. So it's coming up as a female or negative self-talk and not using their intuition. It was saying like a female who is in negative self-talk and not using their intuition, offering love to a man of insecurities and abusive power with options, is because they're matching each other. One's not in their truth, so they become the victim because they're lowering themselves, right, to the abusive power of the other person. That's the abuser and victim template there. And Capricorn, Pisces, and Earth signs are coming up here. Or it's just that they could be calm and grounded well-rounded, and present. Allow them to come to you. Just don't, so the saying for the victim, don't be the victim. Always be love, but don't allow someone to victimize you. Don't be affected by what they do, but always be love. If they want to come back and change, it's always okay to give them another chance. Detoxing and rising above anything that is not of love. The challenge being alchemy. And we have Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer here. The patience and balance, working through uncomfortable feelings of disconnect, depression, loss of hope, because you're stealing from yourself. Stealing or running from others to feed your own depression. A bold move to wake up to the disconnect, the powerlessness of accepting help, or an offer of a practical nature, sharing time, energy, money to reconnect and balance things out. So make things fair between two people. But it always has to start with yourself, because if you're not connected within yourself, you're not going to be balanced and connected with others. And that was at 1107, which is Justice and the Chariot, which for me is very much about ascension. But it's that bold move. It can be running roughshod. The Chariot's very powerful and heavy, and it can definitely run roughshod over other people, even with the best intentions. Out of control tantrums are coming up here. And addictions, codependencies, lack of inspiration, feeling out of options, refusing to wake up today. So dealing with a lot of kids as well who are grouchy in the morning. Grounding, saving money, being moderate, holding on loosely, gaining power over the third energy. The masculine's frustrations, prior to a date perhaps, or prior to new passions, creative things. Reining in your resources to power up. Which courses to take. Drained, sick, and overexposed. A big head is because it's been overexposed to light until it is humbled, kicked out, exiled, left behind, or out in the cold. When no one cares you exist, you are forced to start to care about yourself. To be or not to be, to persist. Then, aroused by one's own process, inspired to find balance, to get going again, but with new patterns, new dance, new things to juggle, and new patterns to break, new mistakes to make, and facades to let go, to allow the fall without option. The one who lied to himself now learns to love himself and allows himself to receive love from others. The love that stays even when you lie. They don't accept your crap, but they stay because they see beyond your facade. And that was at 1117. Justice and the Star, shining your light. Having your dreams come true. Now crowning in the crowning position, the Page of Swords reversed. Out of control, lying, immature message, or no message at all, spying or with mental wounding issues, ADD, autism, bipolar, success, attention, good news. The Queen of Wands. No news is good news, or someone so starved for attention, they don't care if it's good or bad attention. They'll take it either way, positive or negative attention. 1, 2, or 3 people here. It's either the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed can be 3 different people, or it could just be one person. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and or the Page of Swords reversed, acting prideful on the outside, but greedy and mean on the inside, or just not showing that they're hurt, right? Because they don't want anyone to know that they're weak. So someone who's just showing they're fine and calm on the outside, but greedy and mean on the inside, or ungrounded on the inside, and spying or challenged by their own ADD, autism, bipolar, or child who has those disorders. Or the Queen of Wands is getting attention and success and leading the way. Her good news is bad news for another, or ungrounding to another because they lost money in the deal. No love loss here between the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or mother and teacher possibly discussing a child's needs. Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed is a person not expressing their real feelings, being obstinate and without affection, whereas the Queen of Wands gets positive attention. So what's the issue? Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed with bad news in a breakup but not telling anyone, secret or high priestess, or using their intuition to manifest when to surrender the information. A child may be acting up or affected by the situation, but a mother or teacher trying to make it could be a mother, or so the child may be acting up or affected by this situation, but trying to make trying to work it out. Also here could be a mother or teacher, administrator trying to make things look all pretty or perfect and not taking responsibility for their actions. You know, someone that you get nowhere with, like you're trying to talk to someone about your child or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about a child, but definitely could be here. And the teacher is basically talking down to you or just not helping you with helping the child. It's all about their ego, and their pride is not about what's best for the child. So it's definitely about someone not really taking responsibility here. Going in with a good attitude, but defenseless to administrators. And this is at 1132. 11 is the Justice, 32 is the Six of Wands, because it's all about the attention. They really don't care about anyone else. They only care about getting the attention. So that could be for some. But as we turn the page, it's 33 of standing up for yourself without reacting, and the red tape BS, computerized BS now. And I was just dealing with this with my daughter, how everything is so automated with the computer systems that, you know, you get overcharged. There's nothing they say there's nothing they can do about it because it's just automatic, even though they have no right to charge you and automatically charge your account more than what was contracted. It's unbelievable what happens now. And so you feel very victimized in these situations. But again, it's all about administrative red tape, the BS you have to deal with, computerized BS, so that no one has to take responsibility for the errors made. And this is the same with disability. So I was at University of Penn for 25 years. And as soon as you know, I had great reviews for 25 years. And then I go to employee health, and they treat you a whole different way. So when you take the disability that is supposed to be a benefit, they treat you like you are suing them. So you're basically treated like a criminal when you go in for those things. So it's the same thing. Whenever somebody comes off as a group, then no one has to take responsibility. So the people I work for, who I had no issues with, will say, "Oh, it's not us, it's them." And then the employee benefits department will say, "Oh, it's not us, it's the hospital administration." So they keep passing the buck so that no one ends up getting anything solved when you are the plaintiff in the situation. It's an easy way to pass the buck and not take responsibility for anyone. So especially with children at school or young adults doing things for the first time, contracts, cars, apartments, etc., all the administrative BS that is unfair, but no one is there to fix it. And so the person dealing with it must eat it or let go and be happy because you can't win. Burdens and hard work for nothing. Out of control egos or Leo making others feel unsafe or alone with no one to support them. Jealous and sincere and those incapable of love. The Knight of Cups reversed, refusing to wake up. The King of Pentacles and King of Swords reversed, or two personas of the same person, or situations that bring out the worst in him. The King of Pentacles, normally a great man, grounded and cares for others, but those around him may be jealous of his comfort, who lack faith and cause him to experience negative self-talk, or that he's not perfect either, or has been through the same thing and maybe being able to express this, or unable to express this, but the people who are jealous don't understand that he may have been through all the same things they're going through now. Just because he's successful now doesn't mean he didn't come from the same place as them. Or one person at work and totally different person at home without faith. And there's lies and negativity and verbal abuse coming up here. Frustrated, drained, tired, sick, or sick of the drama. Or sick of constant drama and explosions, sudden changes and traumas. The King of Pentacles tired of all of it, washing his hands of it, or suddenly the superhero pulls his hands off the table, like at blackjack, you say all your hands have to be down. Pulls his hands off the table, all hands down, a hands-off policy. If I can't do the work with love, like my authentic self, then I don't want to do it at all. So again, here's red tape and BS coming in to make your job harder to do. Or suddenly fired, or fires someone, or sudden epiphany about frustrations and low energy and lack of faith, being fear of change, of abandonment, homelessness, and starvation. In a bold move to drop everything, a male bull exits the situation, headed to new love, self-love, spiritual love without option. Soon for the masculine at 11:47 is Justice and the Seven of Cups. Options, choices, synchronicities, heaven in their eyes. The Queen of Wands is the near future position here, over isolating, coming out with bad news or a message or about a difficult child, processing a painful ending, betrayal, lower back pain, or death of a relationship, or prison and now released, and now finding happiness within self. And this was Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, and Capricorn here. Or someone may have had to commit a child or place them in a home, rehab, or nursing home for full-time care. Or the Queen of Wands with her own mental issues and went to rehab, hospital, or prison, and now is out on her own recognizance or just happy with herself. Death be not proud came up here, or that the Emperor reversed, passed away, or is on their deathbed, or just experienced a near-death experience. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as the world of Ascension, with the world by the balls, settling out debts suddenly, or suddenly scammed, or suddenly got paid, or completed a cycle. And Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we're all coming up here, so very watery, very emotional. A masculine comes full circle. A bold move to grieve or be sad, to move or travel, but must allow the changes and the sadness, the guilt or shame. Sudden epiphanies of imbalances, inequity, of regret, running roughshod over others and hurting their feelings. It's 12:04 here as the Hangman and the Emperor come up here. So it could be an Emperor hung out to dry, but worth waiting for comes up in the Romance Angels, as well as deception, so be careful. Someone's wearing a false mask. Children, they are affecting your love life. Stay optimistic about your love life, and then flirt. Keep things light. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he's seen, is the Star card, but the Star energy was reversed today. But there is great fortune here. There's an awakening to magnetizing the gold coin or more money in savings, and finding or moving to a peaceful place away from depression and loss of hope, which is, and all of it was destined. So it's saying there may be some depression here or just loss of hope, but all of it is a blessing in disguise. It's something that you need to go through to clear your wounds. It's saying it's all destined. Learning to heal, all destined to happen, all in divine timing. A peaceful journey. Enjoy the ride. Clear the blocks, Divine Masculine, of the twin flames, ending the war within. Apologizing, as the King of Wands, man of passion, is looking on, the man in control of everything. Feeling defeat or feeling like there's no options, but not showing it, which is pride. So it's coming up here like, this is the block they need to clear, has to do with feeling like they have no options, but not allowing it to be seen by anyone else. So how is anyone going to help you if they don't know there's anything wrong with you? And obviously you're not supposed to complain and whine either. But if you need help, if you're really truly suffering inside, you need to let go of your pride and reach out. It's saying like things aren't just going to fall in your lap if you pretend to be something you're not. Feeling defeated or no options but not showing it. Twins, clear blocks about the twins being powerless at night, falling, or that because the masculine's used to getting his way or being in control of things, that he's just going to manifest the divine feminine to fall in his lap. So manifestation of things may actually work out that way for you, but when it deals with two people and divine timing and all that other kind of stuff, and the whole journey being clearing both of our wounds, and the need to rebalance the situation may require that you be brave and open your mouth and come forward in the situation and not expect to have things just fall in your lap like they always have. As far as women, that doesn't mean that the masculine's always gotten their way, because that's not true. So the King of Wands, or twins or kids, financially drained or just feeling powerless by the full moon, and then just falling right into your lap so you can have them right where you want them. So again, this is the control thing, needing to control everything. Or allowing yourself to get into a situation where you have full control over the other person and they have no power. or clear the block about thinking they're going to just appear out of nowhere and fall into your lap without you having inspiration. It's not that you can't manifest things into your life, but humans have free will, and it's a two-way street unless you let go of your ego and open your heart and mouth to let someone in. So adventure comes up for the masculine, forgiveness and time out, but even more so today is moderation and health, nature and physical activity. Focus on health and being moderate, maybe a date and physical activity in nature. Insecure, not feeling like you have all the tools to get your wish, and be happy with self no matter what. The Empress reversed is the the Empress upright is the last card in the read before the after the card reads. But it's called abundance in this deck. So it doesn't have to be a person. It can just be about Mother Nature and the abundance you receive from it. And how I'm just getting now too, it's so important with that Page of Swords reversed for the kids to get outdoors during the day to ground themselves in nature. So new love without option, abundance and new love without option. Even if the King of Swords is reversed and they show up like that, not in their truth, she will still offer you love. Like a mother does, unconditional love. It's not that she's going to accept being abused or accept someone who's lying about themselves, but they can still be there to help you process through this. It doesn't mean they're going to reject you. The announcement, the judgment comes up here of a wake-up call, reveille, at home, union, conking out at the last minute is not an option, or with announcements of union, and no option but to go in for the kill. The masculine may feel intimidated by love, or worried about their performance, or worried about kids getting up on time and out of the house without their mother there, or dropping all facades at home with announcement there, or announcements going on at school. Giving up physically is not an option, some may be telling their children. Get back on that horse. We don't shoot horses with broken legs here. The Empress with an open heart, despite nasty comments from irritated kids, messages, news, or a King of Swords reversed in a negative mood, getting love no matter what, and giving love no matter what, because you love yourself first and you are happy. A party, celebration, or new home may be announced, but the Empress, someone may be getting an invitation, but an Empress may send love but can't come, or whoever's sending out the invitations is getting lots of rejections or no offers of help to get it together. Maybe due to because this person's been really negative and nasty to people before, or due to a negative child or a King of Swords reversed and their attitude, because they can be really mean at times. That can be very abusive. Or the Empress is acting very open-hearted, but is really a mean person inside, or just has bad news to tell. So at 12:27, we turn the page. 27 is the Ace of Wands, the new passion, the new inspiration for the hanged man or the person just hanging out and finding that inspiration. The Queen of Pentacles holding on loosely, grounding, saving in a split or divide, dealing with BS and burdens, physical labor, and a lot of hard work. There could have been a miscarriage here, but maybe relieved because they had a miscarriage, or they're just taking it well, learning not to fall into despair. The Queen of Pentacles, the Empress or Abundance is coming up here at the end, along with the Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands Shaman, who are both upright. They make a decision or gain clarity with new information that is possibly negative for some and positive for others, depending on your perspective in the situation. Justice rings with detox of family and a happy conclusion. The Page of Wands reversed is uninspired or mad at the Empress, or miscarriage of justice here, or up nights crying or loss and suffering, broken or breaking patterns, dropping the facade, allowing self to trip up, getting sucked into jealousy and sincerity, refusal to be loved, and gaining clarity of sleepless nights and rising above, or when you have had enough rest after 4 weeks. So someone might have been on bed rest for 4 weeks. Going back to work or moving ahead, offering help, a loyal servant of the world, the Divine Masculine, coming forward to the sealed Divine Feminine, which is the world, loyal servant of the world, or loyal servant to the sealed divine feminine. That was at 1235, which is the hangman, and the 9 of wands are the wounded warrior, which is very much Mary Magdalene energy. There's an offer, in summary, an offer of love ignored, grounding and integrating fantasy family with a child in need of money, opportunity, or that they are actually an opportunist. A Taurus energy that's fixed and immovable, and the wounded warrior hurt and still waiting, and basically sitting there saying, it's your move. But that Taurus energy is just not, they're just like a statue. They're not moving at all. Grounding and integrating, the masculine can be grounding and integrating a wealthy family with nothing to offer. For that, maybe they feel insecure because they don't feel like they can live up to the other family, or it could be their own family as well. Nothing to offer in a marriage, or a child that looks up to the Hierophant or Taurus, but they are also very wounded by them at the same time. Or a wealthy family is very connected to church, religion, establishment of rule and regulations, traditions. Taurus, very stubborn and fixed. Or male twins, taught to obey God, the church, and no one else. Humble servants to the Hierophant or Taurus and wounded warrior can't get in. They are not welcomed. Or the fear of the divine masculine of not being welcomed by the divine feminine's family after having ignored her. So the 6 of Cups, the children in the garden, or just hugging each other, defenseless to the attention, energy stealing or illness, or just sick of the attention or work and success, or even sick of good news. 2 kids or twins or old friends together hugging, excited and awake to a new world, with loss of hope, ending a war, rising above, with enough rest now, or enough unrest now, challenged by patience and balance, the Queen of Wands without option, but negative self-talk or bad news or gossip about the Empress, abundance, motherhood, or a mother, the Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, and clarity, decisions made of completion and coming full circle. Loving kids, twins, friends, siblings, laying down their swords of surrender, awakening with ideas, rising above sleeplessness and negative self-talk, or a negative child or gossip, bad news, or spying, challenged by patience and balance. Alchemy, the world, completion, divine feminine who holds him. The Queen of Wands, Empress, depressed without options. And there definitely also could be somebody here who's dealing with alcohol or alcoholism. But abundance or an abundant mother barking orders, or the Emperor reversed and the King of Swords reversed are barking the orders, and they'd be really nasty. And the Empress is upright, Queen of Pentacles is upright, King of Wands is upright. All of those characters are gaining clarity about a decision they made after. So someone might have been questioning their decision because the Emperor reversed and King of Swords reversed, which could be one and the same person. This was just confirming that they made the right decision to disconnect from this person. This is what I'm getting here. Things become clear to these people, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. And the Empress doesn't have to be a person, it can be. And it can be a mother if the Emperor has passed. And the King of Swords is just being the one who's being nasty here. But things becoming clear to them, that closing a chapter was the right move or the right decision to make. And the sun was not out this morning, and it came out near the end of the read. So there's definitely brighter days ahead. And so let's see now if maybe we'll put some cards out for the 12 signs. I think I have enough time. So let's see how this all works out. So we'll see if the cards reconfirm the cards that I showed you for the different characters. I'm going to put out I'll turn this way a little bit. I'm going to put out the Rider-Waite first, and then we'll put out the Kipper deck, and then I'll clarify as well. All right. So today is September 5th, 2019. For the best and highest good of all those concerned. I just want to look over the read. I think there was something else I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember now. It definitely could have been a miscarriage for someone. But the Empress is not reversed. So if someone did have a miscarriage, it's either 4 weeks ago already, or that they just dealt with it really well, or they were happy because they weren't expecting to get pregnant, or they didn't want to be pregnant. So that kind of energy coming out. It could be too, because a lot of energy from this read is coming out that people aren't who they're pretending to be. If this Empress coming up as this open, loving person is not, that they're actually the Page of Swords reversed. Or that could just be her own negative self-talk, right? And her insecurities speaking. So it can be completely different energies. There's two, the Queen of Pentacles, there was one reversed there when we were talking about the parent and teacher at school. That Queen of Pentacles was reversed, so that could literally be the Queen of Wands. That could be the same person. Or it could be two, like I said, parents and teachers dealing with situation. Doesn't have to be at school, it could be something else. But that was someone who was kind of mean, right? Not caring about anything but their own situation. And there's definitely a breakup energy or lack of affection there, not communicating properly. But definitely could be a breakup here for sure. But maybe, I feel like if the breakup has happened already, it's like people are getting over it now. They know they made the right decision. So let's see what's going on. So we have all 12 signs. For the best and highest good of all who's concerned. Across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good. We're clearing all negative energies and filling with only beautiful, organic, love and diamond light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this is for all 12 signs for September 5th, 2019, Aries to Pisces. One card already dropped, so I'm only going to drop one more, okay? So here we go. This is Aries first. So Aries has 10 of Wands reversed. Taurus has 8 of Cups reversed. Gemini has the Queen of Pentacles upright. So that could be the Empress, because the Page of Swords reverse is very Gemini energy, so that could relate to a Gemini, even though she's good and balanced. There could be some negative self-talk there. And then we have the Hermit reversed. The negative self-talk could definitely be a Divine Feminine as well. The Empress could be a Divine Feminine, or the Queen of Pentacles there at the end. This is Virgo. I'm sorry, the Hermit reversed was Cancer. This is Leo, the Moon. Virgo has the King of Pentacles. So we have a King and Queen of Pentacles here, a Gemini and a Virgo. So that could be a relation. This could be a relationship, or it could be siblings, or just close friends, or whatever. People who work together. This is Libra, is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Scorpio is the Sun reversed. Then we have Sagittarius as the Empress. Okay, so that could give you an idea for some people. And then the Page of Pentacles reversed is Capricorn. That could be someone who's not usually a good student, so they're struggling a little bit. Aquarius is the Seven of Cups reversed, so getting real, detaching from things they don't need anymore in their life, whether it's people or things. And then Pisces, we have the Tower reversed. So in the aftermath of disaster, sudden events, or epiphanies, or trying to avoid disaster. And we'll pull one more. We'll actually pull 4 more cards down here. Just move these out of the way. All right, so I put 4 more cards down. This will summarize fire signs. The Six of Pentacles, and then earth signs, the Hierophant reversed. So that could be spirituality, thinking outside the box, alternative, or a divorce. This is for air signs, so in need of peace. This is not finding peace, stuck in their emotions. And then under water signs, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, this is the ideal single life. They have everything they need. So that's for the water signs. It's also about the Divine Feminine Sovereign. And then we have the King of Wands reversed. But I don't like to leave it on a negative note there. So let's see what's after the King of Wands reversed. Okay, we like that. So we have the Lovers, and we're going to show you the bottom of the deck here, and these will be the underlying energy. So this will go atop of fire signs, the bottom of the deck. the Seven of Pentacles. For earth signs, we have the Ten of Cups reversed. So the end of a family cycle or an emotional cycle or just a very unhappy family. This is above the air signs, which can be home, union, celebration, marriage, parties, all that kind of good stuff. And then above water, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, which is either someone just adamantly standing in their truth, and if they don't like it, they can go away, or it can be someone trying to take others down before they get them, or it can just be at war, and war within, with war without, right? It's like, for me, that card always looks like the invasion of Normandy. So then we have the fifth card down is the Emperor. So all about the Emperor today, which he definitely came up several times. So let's see how these all play together. So we're going to put Kipper cards on top of them as well. This is for September 5th, 2019. September 5th, 2019. For all 12 signs, Aries to Pisces, for the best and highest good of all who's concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? September 5th, 2019, Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. Okay, so for Aries, we have thoughts. So for Aries, either Aries is the man thinking about the woman, or the woman that the man is thinking about. Then we have Taurus, of high honor. There could be some kind of military award there. And then we have Gemini, has the gift, which is very nice there. And then we have Cancer, has great fortune. Nice. So the Hermit reverse could be illness, mental illness, or it could be coming out of isolation and with great fortune. So then we have Leo, unexpected income, with the Moon. And then for Virgo, we have mature woman with the King of Pentacles. And then we have Libra, the main female. And then we have Scorpio, the family room. Okay, then we have Sagittarius with the Empress is the coffin. So it may have been that the Empress passed away, or the Sagittarius is the Empress and the Emperor just passed away. All right, that would make sense, okay? Then we have Capricorn. I'm sorry if someone lost someone they love. That's never a nice experience. So privileged lady is Capricorn with the Page of Pentacles reversed. So these are kind of opposite energies. But it could be someone who's used to this and is now in a situation where they need help, and they're too proud to ask for help. Then we have Aquarius with courtship, and they've gotten that kind of energy before this week. That Aquarius and Virgo have been getting a lot of that. And then Pisces has despair, and it says not hiring over here, so somebody might be looking for another job or a job and they just don't have one. Maybe trying to avoid a disaster, because if they stay where they are, maybe they feel like it's going to be a disaster. And then this comes out for everybody. The child is about the child, and this is perfect for all the kids going back to school this week. It's about the children, but also in going through this with your children, take yourself back to when you were going through the same things, because this will bring up wounds for you. It's a perfect time to clear wounds out. That's perfect. I'm going to pull out 2 cards after that just to show you what's coming. So this is bad health here as well. So someone may be concerned about child because of their own bad health, or this could have been that Emperor who passed away already, or someone who's very sick. Okay, or just concerned about their health. All right, so let's... All right, the next card is the Thief. So this could be stealing from yourself by doing too much. So you're going to have bad health, or you may die if you don't start taking care of yourself. You're stealing from yourself by giving too much to others. Or you're just around a lot of energy vampires, okay? But this all has to do with a child. So it's the child, your children, but also the child within. And it's the number 18 in this deck, the Kipper deck. So that's the Moon, which is the feminine energy. Then we have the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy here. This would be above fire, but I'm not going to put them up there. But I'll show you. Above earth would be the wealthy man. Above air would be adjudication, and then above water would be imprisonment here. So again, that doesn't have to be literal. It can just be feeling anxiety. And then the fifth card down would be expectations. So are you looking at outcomes? Are you just waiting and expecting, as opposed to just living your life? So this is like the person putting themselves in their own prison. Okay, it also could be a home that's a money trap, or a wealthy man who controls you, right? That's how they control you. They make you do whatever they want because they have the money. So it's either dealing with these issues with a house, a wealthy man, inheritance, but feeling trapped by the whole situation. Okay, and just waiting it out. And then we have the Lovers behind her. So she's very much waiting for a lover. Okay, and there's poverty behind that as well. So there's a lot between poverty and wealth here going on. But we're going to leave that on the house. And also the show house came up. I was supposed to say that yesterday. It's coming up again today. So there's something about that show house. All right, so let's get into clarifying to see what else is coming up here. Let me just take a sip. Okay. So we're starting with Aries. So Aries has that 10 of Wands reversed, and the man who has thoughts about a woman. So this is somebody wanting to dump or wants to dump all their burdens or confess. And there's the 7 of Pentacles up top for the fire sign column here, which has to do with reaping rewards of your efforts. But it's not a lot of it's not a lot of pentacles. It's not bad, it's good, like you can take time off from work and maybe take a break. But is it enough to retire on? We don't know. Could be somebody dreaming about what they want to do with this money. What's the next step? So for Aries, they may be retiring. They're dumping all their burdens or just confessing their thoughts to someone that they've been keeping to themselves. They've been daydreaming about what they want to do. Do they want to be alone, or do they want to be with somebody? Or do they want to leave the certain situation they're in to try something new? But he's been thinking about you, or you're him. And you're thinking about a lady or feminine energy. So let's see what else we have for Aries. Well, that popped right out. All right, so this is a need for attention or doing things under the radar. It's all, look at that, all wands. This could be negative attention too. This could be bad news, feeling like a failure, fighting, or this just could be a quest for the impossible dream. And this is someone who's uninspired or having tantrums. There's a lot of fire here. She's probably having tantrums. So because he's keeping things to himself, he's probably exploding a lot. Maybe this is also doing sports or kids' games. Maybe the kids are having temper tantrums because they lost a game, or, you know, things aren't fair. Feeling like a failure, getting bad news, not getting attention. So a need of attention, a need to get out your frustrations, because this could be just frustrations as well. So it could be, and being that we have the man thinking about a woman, there could be a lot of sexual frustrations here. Not getting the attention that they want. And maybe there is a need to confess. Then we have Leo here. Leo has the moon and an unexpected income. And I'm getting the match between the coins here. And this is the difference between aggression and allowing, is what I'm getting for Leo. So let's see. All right, so this is Leo. There's a little dark energy there. We have the Devil reversed, the 10 of Swords reversed, and then the 6 of Cups reversed. So this could be a very dark past, okay? This could be reviewing those wounds of a very painful ending, very dark addictions and codependencies. And now it's either you going back and thinking about those things and reviewing them to bring up wounds, or it's the past returning to you. Or this could be children with very bad issues. There's unexpected income, though. It's like, what is, somebody's worried about what their kids are up to at night. They may be selling drugs or something. So they're worried, like, where's this money coming from? And that doesn't have to be a child. It can be anyone. but definitely unexpected income at night, right? When no one can see. So it could be that some kids or an adult, their past is catching up with them, or they're clearing their wounded past, or the past is returning because now whatever they were doing, now their kids are doing the same. So there's some very, this could also be a really bad death as well. Maybe someone was killed and they left money to someone who they were obviously weren't expecting it because they weren't expecting to get killed. So that could be like receiving extra income, but not in a nice way because somebody passed away unexpectedly. That could be as well. Could also just be that not that someone's killed, but they died because of their addictions, or died a very painful death, or they were a drug dealer or someone like that, or a very addicted person, or did some kind of illegal dealings, or just were not a good person in their life and passed, but then did something good in their death. This is Sagittarius, which is the Empress and the Coffin. So let's see why this is coming up. Maybe that Emperor was a Leo. So the Empress is coming up, Judgment, the Hermit, and the Ace of Cups. So this is about bad decisions, poor judgment, indecision, deliberation, and that the mental disease that comes along with that, the suffering of that, the over-isolation, and the need to come out with it already and stop being at the Y in the road. This is someone offering help. They're offering love to this person who isn't able to make a decision, or maybe this person is vacillating about this acceptance of this love, or having trouble accepting this blessing in disguise from this person, maybe who wasn't a good person, like accepting that money, which was a gift of love, but from a bad person or from someone you weren't getting along with. So there's a lot of conflicting information here. So either she passed away and someone is conflicted about accepting the gift because maybe it wasn't a direct relative, and maybe other people will be angry that you received this gift, or maybe because you didn't really like this person, that you don't want to accept the money. Or it's just love, so maybe it has nothing to do with money. And it's someone struggling with receiving love. So whether it's the Empress, it doesn't look like she's struggling with receiving love because she's all in her power. But maybe because she just lost someone, she feels like she'll never find love again. So she could be not showing how she truly is, and this is really how she's feeling inside. She's over-isolating and like going out of her mind because she feels like she'll never find this kind of love again. Or she's offering this love, and this person has mental issues, and so they have trouble receiving it because they have a legitimate issue. Or it could have been the issue that led to their death. Like she loved them. She may feel good about herself too, that because no matter what happened, that they were always there every step of the way. So it's kind of mixed there, back and forth. These are the other cards coming out. So there's definitely deception here within the family that looks all perfect. So again, this Empress may not really be upright like that. She could have mental issues, and they could be literally Alzheimer's or something like that, but it could just be because she's, she has issues, and it may not be a diagnosed thing. She could be a person who doesn't like people and just keeps herself all locked up. She could be a hoarder as well. People trying to help but not accepting the help. Like this is someone too proud to accept help. So there's some kind of deception here for sure. Yeah, I'll leave that up. All right. So let's go to earth signs. So we have the Ten of Cups, which was upright down here, but for the earth signs it was reversed, which means just the complete ending of a cycle or a family that's very unhappy. So there's the Eight of Cups reversed and some kind of high honors here. And this has to do with working through the feelings. This is just when you feel totally just uncomfortable inside your own body, but learning to work through it as opposed to pushing it down or avoiding it. Maybe someone's uncomfortable with accepting this honor here. That's Taurus. So let's see why. It could be even like reveille at a funeral or something like that, where the kids are talking like dad or mom would never have been comfortable with receiving this kind of attention. It could be as something like that. So we have someone moving to peace, so it could actually be a funeral where someone's resting at peace. They're finding a peaceful place. But this is justice. There's Libra energy as well. I'll go over the other three too. I forgot to tell you that. But this has to do with powerlessness or loss of independence. Yeah, so someone getting honored, or maybe someone has been put in a facility recently. They don't like attention, or they don't like other people having to care for them because they were too proud for that kind of thing. So, but there's justice here in either this loss of money, power, and independence, or a child who's spending money, or this could be a divorce where someone lost a lot of money in the divorce, but now they're at peace. But they're not comfortable with this honoring, whatever it is. There's a very unhappy family around this. So definitely could be a divorce issue where, the family is very unhappy, or it's just the end of that family cycle. But maybe there's some kind of honoring or award that they still had to go to together that they don't want to be together at, so they're very uncomfortable there. But needing to find peace within the divorce situation after having lost their independence or lost a lot of money. Or it could be a child who's spending too much or dependent on them. The Empress, or excuse me, the High Priestess is coming up here with the Chariot too. So there's a lot of positive energy here. So it's like all of a sudden big changes are happening. Someone's in their intuition. They're being quiet and intuitive. They're making bold moves to go forward. I mean, that's a total new path forward. This is on their way. They know what they want. They know who they are. They're pushing forward and they're making great strides as a loyal servant, all right, leading the way. I'm going to put these back in, but don't forget that. The High Priestess, the Chariot, and Knight of Pentacles for Taurus energies. This can very much be Taurus. This is also Pisces, Cancer, Libra. Sagittarius had Taurus, Virgo, and Cancer. And there's a lot of water here as well. Leo had Capricorn, and just fire energies for Aries. So again, Taurus. Uncomfortableness in the situation. It's like pushing through, working through the difficult emotions of a divorce, right? Because you're uncomfortable when you have to deal with each other. That's what it's like. So either someone's lost their independence or a child lost their independence in the divorce because now they can't afford to do the same things they were doing before, or the female partner, could be the male as well, one or the other has lost the ability to do what they always used to do. But this is very positive, right? Look at that. I have to let that ring. All right, so here's even two knights. So this is someone, this can be a person. This can be a person as well, or just this person in their knowing, very calm, quiet, intuitive, in a bold move forward with these could be the same two people, or these could be two children. Okay, and they're very strong and positive and bright energies. All right, learning to make their way in the world and do the daily grind. Rising above and dealing with, so this could be two people needing to deal with this person. Or juggling, right? Just figuring out how to balance things in their life. And could definitely be about kid energy here. All right, so let's go to Virgo with the King of Pentacles and the mature woman. And again, Gemini has the Queen of Pentacles, and there's a Child of Pentacles here too, who needs an opportunity, or they're an opportunist. So let's see why Virgo has this, and why does she have the 10 of... I'm saying she because the mature woman, but it doesn't have to be. The Virgo can be an he, and this is the mature woman around you. The he is the King of Pentacles. All right. Take a deep breath. All right, so this is Virgo. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Strength card. So a lot of Leo here. So it could be a Virgo with Leo in their chart. Or someone who's felt left out in the cold, or felt abandoned, left behind, whatever it was, but now are coming into all of this bright, beautiful energy. Kids playing, or somebody could feel like they're not a part of this anymore. Like, 'cause if it's a split, this could be like a Leo person with the kids, and then this person left out of it. So that's like someone in a divorce situation where one person feels like they get to have the kids all the time and the other one feels left out. They don't know what's going on anymore. Or just feeling left out at school, or left out of any situation where this is so bright and fun and this person's the complete opposite there. So it can just be, and somebody could have been kicked out of school. I was just getting like, this is too, like the headmaster could be like a private school or a religious school. So someone getting kicked out or being called to the office. This is definitely family related. We have like the family, right? The family's unhappy. We have the King of Pentacles who's really happy with what he does. And then we have a mature woman who can be his mother or his partner. Dealing with the kids, but just feeling totally separate from everything. So it's either a divorce because we have the ending of a family cycle, or it's people who are still together but very unhappy being together. Like they're all on different pages. But there's a lot of happiness here and energy. With the Leo energy, it's bright and cheerful. Being strong, taming the beast. But it's like leaving the injured behind, the injured and weak. Like, if you guys can't keep up, you get left behind. And it could literally be something like that. It could be teachers taking kids on a trip. And if you don't get, and they're threatening you, or your parents threatening you, if you don't keep up, you're going to be left behind. Let's see what else is coming up. There's also coming up the Page of Swords and the Magician. So that can be Gemini. Gemini and Virgo, because of Mercury, can have very similar energies that way, just from different perspectives. So this is very much about manifesting magic in dreams. This could be going to a magic show, or a kid doing magic for someone. Maybe they learned a magic trick at school. Maybe someone who got injured at school because of that, they learned something new because someone's entertaining them because they got injured at school. So maybe they're getting lots of attention. Like maybe they're all bummed because I got injured, but now that they're back at school, everyone's like giving them tons of attention because of their injury or cast or whatever. You know how kids are at school. But this could be spreading the word about dreams come true in magic, or a magic show for Virgo. Or it could just be the magician, the child of the magician. This could be science class too, with all the stuff. Maybe somebody made something explode in science class or something like that. There's a lot of kid energy here though. But we have the King of Pentacles and then the mature woman. So it could be a teacher and the principal, or something happened. Somebody got hurt, or some kind of explosion in science class, or someone left out, or being teased. So all that is really about school stuff today. Manifesting options for yourself, seeing synchronicities, spreading the word about someone's abilities. And dreams come true. It's very positive energy. This is about healing and dreams come true, making magic, making your dreams come true. I'm going to shuffle again one more time for Virgo, just to see if there's, because that's really about kind of one storyline. So this wants to come out too. So there could be some ungroundedness and just working, like, you know, the daily grind, trying to align themselves and get ungrounded, or someone who's all about their job and nothing else. Oh, here we go. See, I knew there was another storyline here. These could be older kids as well, but they could be just two women not getting along at work. There's definitely a disconnect here. Or it could be a guy in the middle of two women in disconnect. This could be family too. It could be two sisters and a brother all in disconnect. Or this is the person between them. So this could be the divine feminine and the karmic with the masculine between, but it also can be like a brother who's fine, but the sisters don't get along. There's a disconnect here. But it's really connected to work and family. So it can be family and work here. Or this is also like this person can't be bothered with this. Like, you guys have to figure it out yourselves. I'm not dealing with this. All right, let's go on. So now we have Capricorn. Page of Pentacles reversed, and then the Privileged Lady. So again, like I said, it could be someone who's used to getting their way, or who has a lot of money, who all of a sudden is in need of help, and a dysfunctional family problem, or an end of family, and they need help. Capricorn. So it is very much about the kids today. So this is divinely guided, or is a blessing in disguise, whatever it is. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is coming up again here, again, with aligning at work. What are your desires? This could be the Page of Pentacles is reversed because this is their mother. So it's like they're being the same as their mother, or that the mother may have lost their job, or they're all about work and don't pay attention to, they may have a lot of money, but their mother doesn't help them at home with their homework or anything like that. But there's good fortune here. It may be that the mother not helping them work is actually a blessing in disguise, because they'll learn their skills better that way, how to take care of themselves. Or it could just be that the mother and child are very much alike. And they're both very much aligned with wealth, but this could be, you know, not in a good way. Like the wealth part is great, like they're both aligned with all about money and making money, but not in a good way, because they're both reversed and ungrounded. It's about being an opportunist. But there's no love here. So maybe great wealth, but no affection or love. A very unhappy family at the top, okay? Or divorce. All right, so that was Capricorn. And again, that could be just people staying together for the children, but making them miserable in the meantime. All right, so Queen of Pentacles and the Gift. This is Gemini. So why does Gemini have that? Oh, that flipped out. Somebody might be flipping out, but in a good way. We have the Four of Wands at the top. So that could be union, home, celebration, energies. We have the Queen of Pentacles and a gift. Somebody could be offering them, this could be a union coming together for sure, or someone's offering them a house, or offering them a trip. And expression of feelings. And a confession. That could definitely be something love related, but they're not making it about love right now. They're making it more practical. They're expressing their passions, but there's only money, there's only pentacles and wands here. So it's about practical things and passionate things. And a confession though. I'm not saying it's not good. It looks beautiful. But just make sure that the emotions back it up, okay? That there's love here. That's beautiful though. I'm not going to go on with any more with that. It could be, like I said, home, traveling, a new job, expression of feelings, arrows of love, a confession, now being able to drop all your burdens. And then these two are coming up together upright. Wow. There you go, Gemini. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, Gemini, you happy? That's really nice. So let's see. So, or the Queen of Pentacles, the Gemini could be the Queen or King or Queen of Swords for sure. It's air, but the Gemini could also be the Queen of Pentacles, or because of the Queen of Pentacles, maybe the Queen of Pentacles gifted them and made them happy, or vice versa. Somebody was left a home. But either way, there's something very nice there. So it could be parents left you a home too. It doesn't have to be romantic. That's why I was saying about the emotions there. It could be in just a practical sense, but definitely could be a proposal as well. So we have Libra has the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the main female. Let's see why. All right, why does Libra have the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the main female? And the Four of Wands. So there's a home involved here. That definitely wanted to come out here. So this is Libra. We have, this is the top of the water column. So it could be someone with water in their chart, or they're dealing with someone with water in their chart, or all the watery signs. And really watery was, there was something up in the read that came up all water. So you might want to reference back to that about this. This is definitely someone at war, or the war's over, or they just won the war, or they're standing in their truth and everyone can just walk away. This is someone who is either over emotional, crying tears of joy, or it's someone who's manipulative and enjoys hurting other people's feelings. Or this person fought the war, and then this person is offering love to someone else, or to their work, their daily duties. Or they're offering love to the person who's performing or juggling two things. And it doesn't have to be people. It can be juggling work and home, you know, whatever it is, kids and work or whatever. But these two are not both upright. So there's some kind of discrepancy here between main female and then the world, or excuse me, the destiny card, which can be Libra energy. So this could be Libra with the Five of Swords. Because this person's busy doing this person could be over emotional about it and offering their love elsewhere to their work and their performance. Because this person's ignoring them. All they care about is this stuff. So that's why Libra's Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Because either in a slowdown, bad luck, a change of fortune, but the home is good. Like it's the practical stuff is good. So it's definitely disconnect. Those two people are focused on two totally different things. One about being love and wanting to, maybe wants to join in the work that this person's doing, performing. And the other person is very sad about it and fending off other people. Don't mess with me, right? Because they're very hurt. Maybe it could be a split, but there's still a home at the top there. There's a union or a home or a celebration. Maybe there's a party that was already organized that has to happen, but they're not together anymore, so it's not fun to do. So one person's dealing with everything well and the other person's not. It looks like the feminine is not dealing with it well, that main person, but the other person's just being their loving self. Or offering love to more than one person. That definitely could be something there too. But there is, it could be someone might be inviting people to a party too. And maybe doing it in person. But the other person's not happy about whatever is going on there. There's also someone needing to rise above something. And again, we have the King and Queen of Swords coming up. So this could be sleepless nights of the Queen of Swords speaking to the King of Swords and him not really listening. So if these come up afterwards too, the two Cups cards could be their children. So these two having sleepless nights about those two. Like one is offering love to more than one person, And the other one's really moody or manipulative and fighting with everybody or just shut off to people. But it seems to be a happy home or a happy party at the top, whatever it is. This is Aquarius. Aquarius is 7 of Cups reversed and courtship. I keep getting courtship of Eddie's father, so I don't know if Eddie is a name that needs to come up. But this is about getting real, letting go of, maybe letting go of some of the other activities to get together with someone, or letting go of all other options because you only want the one. But it's also about letting go of everything that no longer serves you, except for focusing on the two of you. And happy home. There's a home at the top too. So let's see, for Aquarius. All right, so this is Aquarius. So Aquarius is happy with themselves. This is a surrender or giving up and being released on their own recognizance. So again, courtship sometimes for me with this card comes up about court issues, not just courting someone. But they're letting go of all their stuff at home. It could be having again, a yard sale or something, getting rid of all their stuff. Maybe clearing things out so he's like this now, so he can court someone. Like getting the house all ready, having a yard sale. This is surrendering things, surrendering all the wounds, the stuff, the prior energies in his life or her life. And then this is about releasing everything, allowing yourself to be released from the prison. And this is healing and forgiving the situation. All right, then we have the water signs. We have the Hermit reversed and Great Fortune for Cancer. Why is the Five of Swords guy at the top? So a Hermit is coming out, or Virgo. And again, nothing much extra there. There's a lot of swordy energy there. Not much extra there. Gemini has Cancer here as well. And down here is Libra on Capricorn. And of course their Virgo had a lot of Leo energy on them. So let's see. The Hermit. So for Cancer we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, the Tower, and the World. So this is about letting go to repair. So they may all of a sudden have money to make repairs to whatever it is. It could be making repairs to some kind of ending of a war, right? Maybe things were broken. Maybe there was a big fight at school or home, and repairs need to be made. So they're spending some money now that they came into money. It could be sudden explosion, or suddenly their world is complete. Or suddenly the Sealed Divine Feminine has come into their world. Or suddenly they have come full circle. Suddenly they have great fortune. Suddenly they are coming out because the war is over. This could be suddenly coming. This could be a block party too. Spending some money on a block party. A coming out party, or a celebration for the start of school, right? So it could be for kids going back to school and not happy about it. Our little fallen angels, or this is impatience, right? Impatience. So there's lovers coming up. Somebody's in love. Someone went back to the past or is thinking about the past. But somebody's in love, whether it's a kid, a new love at school, or going back because there's some that they love. And somebody was impatient or a fallen angel, but there's a lot of love here. This might have been them living in the past, and now they're no longer, they're new. That's really beautiful. I'm going to put that back. However, that is Cancer, so don't forget that for Cancer. But their first energy out was about something sudden coming out. So it could be an offer, it could be a message or offer of love that completes your world. Yeah, I'm going to leave the page out there just so we have that. But just so the other cards can go back in there for the Sun is reversed and then the family room. So why does Scorpio have the Sun reversed in the family room? So these all came out here. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Star card, and then the King of Pentacles, which is, this is beautiful. This is like dreams come true. He's got it all made. So why is the Sun reversed? Because there's a girl missing here. I have no female in my life. I have work. Work is great, but I have no female. I'm very sad. I have all these men in my life, but where's my woman? It's like he's got this perfect life, other than the fact that there's no woman here. Living in the past, right? Going back up. Maybe soon. Maybe when Scorpio chooses a new path, so maybe shift your dimension or your direction. Just make some kind of change. It's about being drained. Maybe just hanging out in your family room, being drained, or maybe you're sick today, or sick of the crap at work. There's definitely been fighting going on. There's a war there. So it's either the war within or the war around you at work, friends, family, whatever it is. But for Scorpio, just make a change. The change comes from within you. Then we have Pisces. Did I even put that down? I just put them back in. So let's see what else comes up for Scorpio. Yeah. So Scorpio again, I just did this again for Scorpio, but Scorpio's got great energy. Oh, somebody might be moving in with a friend too. And they can both be sexually frustrated together. That's Scorpio. Hanging out with the guys. All right. Pisces. Tower reversed and despair. So why is Pisces in despair? And why is there a war up top? They might have just been fighting, and it could just be some kind of stupid stuff that's just frustrating. Or they had a fight at work, or not happy at work because everyone else is always fighting, or there was something and they're in the aftermath. Let's see. Why does Pisces have this? All right. So I don't know why they're in despair. Could be someone around Pisces. There is 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and then the Page of Swords. So this is fun. I mean, what's today? Thursday, so we're coming to the weekend. So, could be avoiding a disaster to keep it low this weekend, or in getting together with friends, or maybe instead of getting together with friends, maybe just something low-key, and then just, go within, be by yourself. Or call people that you need to catch up with. This could be spreading the word, it can be having conversations with your friends, choosing a new path. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles reverse coming up here, which is Capricorn. So this could be 2 friends too who are going in different directions. One needs to choose a new path. So maybe you're sad because this person that you love to hang out with isn't going to be there anymore. Okay. Or that this person needed help, so they chose a different path, or they came to you for help. Or this person's an opportunist, so be careful. Make sure you choose. Maybe make sure you discern properly. Make sure it's for your highest best, or highest good. Highest best. All right, and then this is coming up for Pisces too, for your dreams to come true. So someone might have lost their job around you. Could be you as well. Could be trying to, avoid a difficult situation by getting everything done ahead of time, but still running into roadblocks and things like that. And again, there's more child energy. There's so much child stuff because today was all about the child. The child outside of you and your kids starting work this, and we end up with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And co-creation. Okay, but somebody here needs to get it together emotionally. All right, so it's interesting because we end up here with the Lovers, and what was the last card we picked? It was the Lovers. And the House is the bottom of the deck here, which is the top of the air column. So we have these 2 here, and the Emperor. And let's see what these last cards mean, okay? I don't know if you can hear that, but someone's doing yard work outside. All right, so what do these last cards mean? So this was under the fire, so this is about achieving balance fair exchange, equitable distribution, and a balanced partnership. This could definitely be a divorce or just thinking outside the box, being more spiritual, breaking a contract, or getting out of a contract, or settling debts. Then this is someone who's stuck in their emotions, unable to find peace because maybe they're going through a divorce or going through this breaking contract, whatever it is. But overall, very happy because they have their independence back. They have everything they need. Only then the King of Wands may be frustrated or very tired because they have to now start a new situation, especially if they were divorced here. Or if they weren't divorced, maybe they're just very tired from work and independence, or children, if this is a child, needing to take care of a child, tired and worried about not having the energy for a lover or a partner. But overall, this is beautiful. Look at that. Coming out of the being stuck in their emotions, right? And this is why this is reversed and this is reversed, because he needs to process through the emotions of whatever he's going through over here, financially or maritally or contractually. This is great, but he's the space between the independence and wealth and the lover. Okay, so that's the Masculine's working on that. All right, guys, drink your water, get your rest, be joyful, pursuit of happiness, rise and be love. Bye, guys.